It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Seahawks, leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. We're just moments away from the action, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen up here in the booth. Should be a good matchup here, Greg. A couple of playoff teams a year ago that are hoping to take that ultimate step and get to the Super Bowl this season.
And oftentimes they...
All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his third year in the league.
You know, some weeks, Mike, it just seems like you just can't do anything wrong every play, every throw. It just seems like everything goes your way, and that was certainly the case last week, throwing for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tell you what, his receivers, they're coming into every game saying, we're going to get a lot of opportunities, and their quarterback can continue to play at that high of a level. There's a lot of production to go around.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They go right back to Taylor. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? He'll drop to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance. The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. And he's got it. Good work there to take it to the 47 and set up 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Now this time they'll look to throw. Now he takes off. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone, takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. You have all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. A safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently second in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. And that's not going to yield a whole lot. Up to only about the 23. Here's 2nd and 9. Receiver in motion, headed left. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now. And he'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Dragons offense ready for their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Has an opening past the 40. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
Back to throw. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Dragons. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
The PAT, up and good. And the Dragons will extend their 1st quarter lead. It's now 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
Tight end going in motion here. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be incomplete, and they'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. He'll try and get there on the ground, and he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So after one, 14-7 is our score. Greg and I back to the Great Northwest in a moment. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Javon Baker. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. They'll look to throw yet again. That's made right side. It's Johnson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Back to the air one more time. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Javon Baker was the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense. You're defending your own goal line. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Seahawks offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. A run with Taylor. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. Here's the punter now, as he is on to kick it for Seattle. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Dragons offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's been the go-to guy in this offense for the 1st half of the season. You can see it there. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. They'll try to hit him with a screen. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor. This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate A call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Dragons getting their punt team out here. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Seahawks offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. This one's going to be taken in over the middle.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Open man, left side, he's got it. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there, short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to Seattle after this. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitting slant there. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Putting the tight end in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. He'll look to throw. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. 3rd and 6. They bring a tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They send the tight end in motion. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. Back to throw. He'll try to run for it. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Seahawks are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dragons offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. So we have reached halftime, and it's a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Dragons offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Catch is made. That is Schoonmaker. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
The Dragons punt team unit comes out. He's on for the 2nd time. We'll try to get something inside the 10. And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Give up the middle to Taylor. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end right. quickly to the outside and complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Dobbs headed in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He's got it! To the goal line and in! Touchdown, Dragons! That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Quick throw, taken in, and that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he'll take this down to the 43, a short pickup there. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Little short pass here. Caught by his tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll motion over Metcalf. That's taken in. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter. They convert on 4th down. They'll send a tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came. He's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Tight end going in motion here. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
They'll work the middle here with Taylor. The Seahawks are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up second and goal.
Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now. What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force fourth down. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. We'll take you back to earlier and some highlights in this one. He had success throwing it, but also success running it, including that rushing touchdown. He has been the unquestioned leader of this offense on the field today. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Back to throw here to begin the drop. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Putting the tight end in motion. Back to the air once more on second down. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. He's going to keep it himself.
That's a really good effort on third down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
Special teams on the field ready for this punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Metcalf with the grab. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's first and 10. On the give, this is Taylor. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Out of the gun, here's a give to Taylor. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. tight end going in motion here. RPO here, quick shot to Ayuk. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Now they'll set up to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Sending a receiver right. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. He'll look to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw yet again. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. And it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up third down. He'll drop to throw. He's got the first down and more than that. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Dragons. No problem there on the extra point. And the Dragons will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Now, 2nd and 4. Putting the tight end in motion. There's that man again. Another catch. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Here's first down. In the red zone now, He'll drop to throw. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Back to the air one more time. This one caught at the 4. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They send the tight end in motion. And this is going to be